Good morning, sweet friends. I'm not gonna lie, I had a whole idea for like how I was going to start this video. I'm not awake yet. I don't remember what I was gonna say. So I guess thanks for being here. Today's kind of a huge day. I'm gonna start getting ready because I woke up late. One of those days that when your hair touches you, you're just, you wanna rip it off. You're like, what if I just, maybe I'll just do slick back, look. Is that fine? Do I look like a boy? Wait, what the cuts? It's actually a huge day. I'm super nervous about it because we are doing like Camilla's post-op follow-ups. If you missed it, if you're new here, she recently had reconstructive skull surgery because she had a cerebral hemorrhage. It was something that our team in Phoenix missed, and when we moved to North Carolina, Duke was like, hey, your kid is like not good. She needs immediate reconstructive skull surgery. She's at like high risk for permanent nerve damage, vision loss, and minor detailed death. So we had a super crazy whirlwind to getting her in for surgery, and then she did the surgery. We were meeting with doctors literally every day, whether that was in person or on the phone. We'd be at the hospital for like the longest day I was at the hospital just trying to like figure stuff out was 13 hours. So that was just not the greatest time of our life. She got the surgery. It went literally fantastic. Her surgeons were like, it couldn't have gone better. They said that when they removed her skull to like reconstruct it, they're like, you could literally see her brain expand because it was under so much pressure. She definitely needed the surgery, which is great to hear, because the night before I was just like having a crisis, a spiral. I was like going down a rabbit hole. I don't know what you want to call it. I was crashing out. That's what you want to call it. I was crashing out. I was just like, I hate that people call kids with special needs brave. Like, I'm taking her into this surgery tomorrow. She's gonna be in so much pain, and she's not brave. Like, she has no idea what's going on. She's literally not brave. Like, I feel like, for the lack of better words, I'm driving the lamb to the slaughter. This is terrible. So it was really good to know how positively her body responded to the surgery immediately after that. Like, her brain literally expanded and her skull is going to be able to like grow properly. It's not going to have all of these divots from her brain just like pressing into it. So, you know, that's good to know. Today we're going to figure out how did the surgery actually go long term. Follow up with neurosurgery today. They're probably going to look at her incision. It's like really red on the sides. I think it's so red on the sides because she shakes her head so much. So she'll like lay on her side and she'll shake her head, and I think it's just like rubbing. I'm really hoping that it's not infected. I have to follow up with neuro-ophthalmology. We see like the only neuro-ophthalmologist, and she's literally amazing, a God-sent blessing. I'm so grateful for her. They'll probably dilate Camilla's eyes and take some images to check on the papilledema, so like the swelling of the back of her eye, and that'll give us a really good indicator of, okay, if the back of her eyes are really swollen, it's because her brain is like pushing forward on the back of her eyes still, which would be like ultra concerning. I really don't know what we would do because like that's why we did the surgery. Maybe 15 more minutes to get myself ready, so we're gonna just slap these suckers on. Help me feeling like more way. What do we think? Wispy or volume? Obviously, I have yet to do the volume ones. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I feel like as a medical mom, I'm either having it together, doing just fine, or I'm scraggling through life. So lashes that stay on for an extended period of time help me through my scraggling periods. I think I'm gonna do the volume ones. Maybe that's not something that's unique to medical motherhood. Maybe we're all just like scraggling through life, or like, hey, I think I have the capacity to do a little bit more to like get my life together, build some good habits, cook a little more, eat out a little less. Ooh, yep, that was a good choice. I think hands down the craziest part of her surgery was how invasive and extensive it was. It is a surgery that bleeds a ton. And so after the surgery, they had to put a drain in between her skull and her scalp. So there was a tube like right here that was like under her scalp to let all that excess blood and fluids and stuff come out, and that was in there for like multiple days. Wild to me what you can do with modern medicine. Wild. Don't freak out. You'd like see it draining into like this little bulb at the end of the line. You're like, she doesn't know it's there. She barely knows she's here. You need to not freak out. You look beautiful, babe. She ended up being in the PICU for a week. They talked about sending us to the floor, and Plastics was like, do not send this poor girl to the floor. And I love him for that. I didn't want to go to the floor. Are you joking me? And just like that, we are off like a pack of turtles. We are going to drop off Paisley at a friend's house. They go to church with us, and she has like an older daughter, and Paisley and her just love each other, and it's so perfect because I feel like there's a lot of mom guilt around leaving one kid behind to go to the hospital. But then at the same time, if you bring them, then they have just like no fun waiting all day at the hospital to see doctors for their sibling. And so it's just like, of course I'd rather spend the day with her, but she has more fun if she goes to reading time and has play dates and things like that. So I try to make that possible as much as feasible, you know, without feeling like a burden to my friends. Maybe to make up for lost time, I will just skip picking up some breakfast, which, not gonna lie, picking up some breakfast this morning was going to be soda. 100% was going to get a mixed soda. So maybe it's a good thing for me to skip that breakfast. But also then I will start the day with absolutely no calories. I have 2 granola bars and 2 pieces of gum. And I think there's a fruit leather in my bag. But that's not enough for the day. Ooh, I have 1 baby cracker in the passenger seat. Okay, beautiful, over here. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, good job putting your milk in your cup holder so nicely. That was super sad. Usually it's like the moms that end up taking pee, and she like doesn't even look back to say bye to me. She's like, we're gonna have so much fun. Anyways, and this time the dad was there to take pee, and oh, biggest frown, so sad, crying. I was like, I just have to rip off the band-aid. I'm sorry, baby, you'll have so much fun. I promise your friends are inside. Dang it. Oh, stale. We made it. Took a totally different way. 100% was lost, and then I realized, oh my gosh, it's right in front of my face. What am I doing? I made a horrible mistake. I risked it for the biscuit. I was like, you know what? Maybe we have a better chance of like finding a handicap spot, right? Because we have a handicap pass, a little placard. So I like peeled off to the side to go look for handicap spots, all taken. And when I looped back around to like keep looking for the normal spots, I'm now behind like 20 cars rather than just 2. So rather than getting like the 3rd open parking spot, we'll get like the 21st. I have regrets. It's fine though, right? Like, God will make a way. And what? You love it so much? They're pretty cool. We finished neurosurgery, and now we are on our way to neuro-ophthalmology. Come on, babe. You did great. gonna run away? Little girl. You look so beautiful. I love your curls. Your big swooshy curls up front. Gorgeous. Come out. You have a big marshmallowy cheeks that I love too. Yeah. Yes, that ear. That's the one that I'm talking about. It feels a little bit sully maybe. Yeah, you can finally hear out of it properly. It feels a little bit weird. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, don't roll, don't roll. You have nowhere to roll to. You have nowhere to roll to. You're funny, do you know that? Okay, I'll stop laughing. I know it's shaking you, it's shaking you. Longest wait of our life. Camilla, you're sitting like a true queen. Yes, you. You feeling sleepy, huh? Yeah, that's the sound of a girl who just wants to be back in bed, huh? Me too. You're just thinking about it, huh? Oh my gosh, you're so relatable. Four and a half hours later, we can finally head home. It feels so good to be outside. I swear, the way fresh air hits after being in the hospital all morning, unparalleled. I don't laugh, but in the rush of it all, I kind of forgot where we parked. Trying the second floor. I'm like, we either parked on level 4, 5, or 6. And I can't remember. So we tried 5, it wasn't 5. Now I'm on 6. Update, we found our car. It was on 6, so that's good. Got the cutest text. Wait, let me show you. Look at how happy she is. So glad we have good friends that do fun things with her. The appointments went well. They're a little bit worried about how large Camilla's scar is, like right over here. So they're gonna talk with the neurosurgeon and plastics and kind of figure out, do we want to change the way that we're doing like wound dressing, or do we just let her body do what it needs to do, make sure that we're doing baths and just keep it all normally clean. If that is our biggest problem, life is good. We saw neuro-ophthalmology. She still has a little bit of papilledema, which is like the swelling of the back of the eye from the high pressure being in her brain. But it's kind of expected that it'll trend down. It's not just gonna be like, we're done. So we gotta go back in 3 weeks, not necessarily for her eyes, but to potentially taper on her meds. They said that we can like skip a random day if we need to try and get her feeds up because she's having some difficulty tolerating her food. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll take it day by day. That's how we do this life, literally day by day. Whenever people are like, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, Jesus and caffeine. Not the goods. Freaking calories. I've been needing those. You know, I've just been feeling like something's missing today. It's calories. Just looks away. I tell Catherine, go now. I almost pushed her away. Thank you. Your mom's coming to pick you up, right? Yes. Good luck, Melody. You're a champ. No matter what, you've got it. Got it. I wave as she leaves the room. Mr. Diamond shrugs his shoulders and continues with directions. There are 100 quiz questions. I will read each prompt one time. How do we know Melody doesn't have the answers stored up in her machine? Us normal people aren't allowed to use computers. Why are you so worried about Melody? Rose answers before Mr. D has a chance. Are you scared she's going to score higher than you? Blah! Blah, 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 blah. No way! Then be quiet so we can get started. Mr. D smiles at Rose. Students get out 2 sheets of paper, one to write an essay on, one to cover your answers.
We believe in honesty, but an extra sheet of paper can't hurt. A happy wedding, Mother! If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Thanks for coming along. It's been one heck of a day, to say the least. And tune in for next time. Next week should be a lot more exciting because we're going to be getting ready for Camilla's birthday. So yeah, that'll be nice. Not just do medical things with you. Yeah. Anyways, talk to you then.